FIFA corruption. Blatter's deputy Jerome Valcke denied payments. FIFA President Sepp Blatter's top deputy has denied allegations that he is the high-ranking official who made key payments in a bribery scandal engulfing world football. The New York Times and other media named Jerome Valcke as the person responsible for a £10.6m transfer of funds cited in the U.S. indictment. FIFA has denied that Mr Valcke or other managers were involved in the payment for the project it was destined for. Mr Valcke is not under indictment. Last Wednesday, world football was rocked when 7 senior FIFA officials were detained at an annual convention in Zurich, among 14 people indicted by U.S. prosecutors. Mr. Blatter is not one of the accused. He went on to win re-election for a 5th term as FIFA president, extending his 16-year reign. On Monday, Mr. Valcke announced that he would not be attending the opening of the Women's World Cup in Canada on June 6 as planned, a move that correspondents called highly unusual. FIFA crisis. Key questions answered. What the indictment says Warner bribed. The claims about Mr. Valcke relate to a central corruption case being investigated by U.S. authorities, the alleged payment of bribes over South Africa's hosting of the 2010 World Cup. Prosecutors say a $10m payment was made from FIFA to accounts controlled by Jack Warner, the former vice president of FIFA, who is among the 14 former or current FIFA officials and executives charged last Wednesday. Prosecutors allege that the payment constituted a bribe to Mr. Warner in exchange for his support for South Africa's bid to host the 2010 World Cup. The bribe was promised in 2004, as FIFA considered the bid, but in the years afterwards South Africa was unable to pay, the indictment says. So in 2008 FIFA itself made the payment to a group controlled by Mr. Warner, diverting funds that would have gone to South Africa in support of the tournament. Mr. Warner took much of that money, prosecutors say, for his personal use. Mr. Warner, who has become a politician since leaving FIFA, says he is innocent of all the charges. Unnamed U.S. officials and well-placed sources told the New York Times, Wall Street Journal and Reuters news agency that the unidentified high-ranking official alleged in paragraph 192 of the indictment to have caused the payments was Mr. Valcke, FIFA's Secretary General. Mr. Valcke is not named as a defendant and the indictment does not suggest the official knew the money was allegedly being used as a bribe. Payment for a project. In a brief email to the New York Times, Mr. Valcke said he had not authorized the payment and had no power to do so. A FIFA spokeswoman said the payment was authorized by the then Finance Committee Chairman, Julio Grondona, who died last year. FIFA, meanwhile, agrees that the South African government approved a $10m payment in 2007. But in a statement it said the funds went towards a legitimate project to support the African diaspora in Caribbean countries as part of the World Cup legacy, an account echoed by key South African officials. The payments totaling $10m were authorized by the then chairman of the Finance Committee and executed in accordance with the organization regulations of FIFA, the statement said. Neither the Secretary General Jerome Valcke nor any other member of FIFA senior management were involved in the initiation, approval and implementation of the above project.